Sad day. So while I'm feeling like a lumberjack and enjoying that part of my day, unfortunately, Collider Movie Talk is actually dead now. Collider is done, is dusted, finito, merde is dead. And that's sad. That was real power there. Real power. But yeah, Collider Movie Talk is 100% gone now. Jedi Council, Heroes, all these things which made the brand what it was are now in the ether. You might say I might be getting sick. I really hope that's not the case. But it's possible. It's entirely possible. So, if you don't know Collider, it's a YouTube channel. It's a culture brand. It does like movies, entertainment, TV, that type of news. And it got started many, many years ago. I was a huge fan of it. Like half a decade ago now at this point. In like... That's a lot of sneezes, man. Bloody hell. Damn. Damn, Daniel. Back at it again with the sneezing, eh? Yeah, it was a huge thing in my life. I used to watch Collider every single day back when it was AMC. And then when AMC went over to Collider, I was still super involved in it and the community. And it was a very good community to be a part of on YouTube and in general. But then people started leaving. Things started to change. And I felt about a year and a half ago that I was pretty much done with it. John Schnepp, he passed away, obviously, and he was a big part of why I began to love AMC back in the day. And he just seemed like a really fun, great guy. He had a love for comics, he had a love for film, and when he passed away, I was like, this is probably a bad thing for people in the world in general, people who are close to him, but the the product at the end of the day was severely damaged by, I think, him not being involved in the show going forward. And then John Campea had already left at that point. I think there was someone called Amy Rose something. She left as well. That was during the Collider switch up at 2-3 years ago now, I believe. Christian Harloff has just left recently. Mark Ellis left like a year ago. And it seems like the continuity that had been there for a very long time was just whittling away, and some people are saying it's go woke, go broke. I mean, woke works in both ways. You can either go woke, go broke, or go woke, go rich. It just depends on the brand and exactly what happens with it. But I think in this case, it's one of those go woke, go broke, specifically about them replacing members of panels and panelists who are some of the best in their industry, in their specific niche. They are the best at what they do. John Campea, Christian Harloff, Mark Ellis, John Schnepp, Jeremy Johns. These guys who are iconic in what they do. Tiffany Smith. And they never replaced them properly. They tried to create personas. I think Roker, while I don't agree with him, and I don't agree with any of them fully, He had something about him. There was some charisma to him. There was some charm to him. But most of them were just pretty dead-eyed, robotic individuals. There was nothing there to draw you in, to make you want to watch a Heroes, after Schnepp was no longer with the show. Or at least that was to me. I think there's Kyle. I don't know the names of the guys. This is what I mean. I knew the names of everyone on the team, even the background staff, when I was really involved in the community. I don't know the name of anyone involved apart from John Roker and not Mark Ellis. Oh my god, this is what I mean. I mean, obviously Josh McCougar, but Roxy Stryer. But like, out of all the people who are working there, I don't know any of the people's names. Like, I knew all their names. What was it? Even the host, there was Sinead and Ashley. But I don't know the names of like anyone involved now. Obviously, I haven't watched it in a while, so that probably doesn't help. But they were such an integral part of my life, that show, from like 2013 to like 2016, 17. And it's weird how quickly you just fell off of it because of the structural changes that were happening there. The SCHMOEDOWN was still fun. I suppose I stopped watching that about a year ago now, consistently. Because even when I stopped watching Movie Talk about 18 months ago, you know, around about then, I still watched the SCHMOEDOWN and kept up to date with that. But they've sort of made that too big now. There are too many people involved. There are too many characters. There's too many matches all the time. And when it got to this huge size of, they scaled up too quick. Even though I think it was a good thing for the IP, the brand, I just think they maybe pushed it a bit too far too quickly. And someone like me, who's a diehard film fan, a nerd, an outright nerd. Like my username is NarendraTheComic. I love I loved comic books, and I still love the old stuff. But when someone like me jumps off the brand and jumps off the bandwagon, I think that is a telling sign for your product. And now there are other sites out and about who are doing this type of stuff. I mean, I watch more Jeremy Jahns than I've ever done over the last, year and a half. I watch Geeks and Gamers, Star Wars Theory. I still watch and get the geek product from YouTube, but it was basically specifically from you before, Collider, and now it's from all these auxiliary sources to come together, whereas you were basically a hub for everyone. That's why Jeremy Jahns came there. You were a hub for all this other stuff, and now you're just sort of there. And now you're not there because it's gone. It just got announced that all those shows that I used to love and had such an affinity for back in the day are finished. They're moving forward with Collider with these deep fake type videos and like celebrities type interviews and stuff. I don't know. I haven't watched the channel in months. And I got a comment from someone on an old Collider video I made, maybe 3 to 6 months ago, maybe longer, maybe way before that, about saying how Collider is actually over. And that was before, like, at least 6 months, I think, before they said this announcement now. So I was on the money. I could tell the brand was really struggling. I think the viewership was going down. Everything was not there. And that's because they didn't replace the people who were the best at what they did in that niche. Campier, Ellis, Harloff, Schnepp, Tiffany Smith, all these people who were integral to the success of this thing. They didn't replace them with like for like, likable people who knew what they were talking about. They replaced them with just random fans who couldn't sustain the product. And that's why they've got in a situation they are now. In all reality, if they'd played this right, Collider could have been like a company. I know it's owned by Complex, but it could have been like a BuzzFeed type size company. It could have been like a Barstool Sports size company. It could have been something like that for entertainment. And they just sort of chucked it away. It's really, really sad to see because it had all the potential there. They had a really, really, really solid fan base who cared about the product, cared about the people involved, and loved the shows they produced. And it's just gone to pot. So, it's sad. Whenever something like this happens, there's something else which comes and takes its place. I think for a lot of people, channels like Jeremy Jahns, Star Wars Theory, as I said, Geeks and Gamers as well, these types of channels fill the void and have filled the void from something like Collider. That's the only reason why something like Geeks and Gamers has got as big as it has, because those people who used to watch Collider are like, this is bad content. They're giving opinions which are ridiculous most of the time. It's absolute nonsense what they're talking about. I remember watching an episode and it was like a Heroes episode. It's like I was listening to a fucking politics podcast, but a very, very bad one with no substance to it. I don't come to listen to Collider Heroes about comic books and superheroes to be lectured on fucking politics, whatever way the politics is. That's not what you do. But that's the way they went with it. And I think that's why people are saying the go woke, go broke, because they really did go hard with the way they skewed on this stuff. But it is what it is. I'm glad I got to see through the glory years of it, and I'm glad that what I'm not glad at is that some of those people obviously losing their jobs and stuff like that, but that's how the world works. You know, it's really, really shit. It's really shit. But if something isn't good enough, eventually it'll get killed. I'm just glad I don't put like a ton of money into my videos, because then I'd probably be more keen to stop. I just put in an obscene amount of time, and you know, sometimes that gets a bit ridiculous. But I love making it. I love doing it, so I'm gonna continue doing it. Anyway, guys, if you did enjoy this video, please do like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel down there. If you didn't, then you will get collided with a sun. That's a giant star. you'll get collided with a supernova. You don't want that. You really don't, so just subscribe anyway to avoid that. Now, I've been NarendraTheComic. You've been great. I'll see you next time. That's tomorrow. Yes, indeed. It is tomorrow. Every single day. Not stopping till I get to 10,000 subscribers. I'm not going to stop till I get to the top. That's not happening. I mean, I'm going to a wedding. There's literally a wedding I'm going to tomorrow. So I might have to pre-record a video now and then edit it on the plane and figure out how I'm going to get it uploaded. Because I don't know if there's actually internet where I'm going. I might have to knock on someone's door and be like, do you have any internet? Except in English. Google's a great thing. Yeah, so, well, there might not be. There'll be a video tomorrow. Regardless, come back and check. Tomorrow might be the day. But I've uploaded videos from weddings before. Like, it needs to be done every single day. Not stop until I get 10,000 subscribers. That's gonna happen. That's gonna happen one day before I die. Please, just subscribe. It would be really, really wonderful. See you tomorrow. Skadoosh.